Mic test. All right, good morning, IFalls. Welcome to another edition of the live stream. Thanks for coming. I'll keep that there to test stuff in a second. All right, well, it's going to be similar to yesterday. I upgraded the site a little bit. We've got new good news nonprofits to highlight. We also will have cover the community updates. Today's election day, well, voting day. So get out to the polls. We'll touch on that a little bit. We touched on it some yesterday. So when we get into Let's Discuss, we'll just hit on it briefly. That way you guys can get out to the polls. Okay, let's start with on our welcome screen, we have the downtown traffic cam. And while we're going about today, I actually added it to above my head here to keep you guys interested. If it's distracting, if it's annoying, I know I'm kind of small over here and it's mostly for my voice anyways. So anyways, if it's annoying, let me know. I'll get rid of it. But I just thought, you know what, you guys might want to keep a little busy. So, my page looks like it needs to be refreshed. There we go. Make sure it's refreshed on the thing. Yep. Okay, we're good to go. Good morning, IFalls. Let's get started. Last night we had some storms, and today it doesn't look like it's going to be too terribly hot. In fact, actually, for the next few days, it doesn't look like it's going to barely break. Oh, no, later on we got some, Thursday looks like it's going to heat back up. Sunset, 8:35. The sun rose at 6:02 p.m. or a.m. this morning. And so make sure to get it. I did actually watch the sunset last night, and it was not great. The smoke kind of was dumb. If you looked over to the Western Cooch, it kind of looked nicer over there for the sunset. Well, that's where this. Obviously, I know that's where the sun sets, right? But like sometimes when the sun sets, it, looks nice on the other side. Sometimes you get that nice bubble gum on the other side. All right, let's keep going. All right, the good news of the day. I figured we cover a nonprofit every day. Today's is the Koochiching County Historical Society, and we're going to bring a little bit of them up here to learn a little bit more. We'll go to their website, check out their Facebook posts, stuff like that. On here, I believe we can look at some of their more recent Facebook posts. So they had, it looks like they had a booth down in Rainier days. They've been really kind of doing a lot for many years now on like this type of stuff with the history on tap, and they've had a lot of good initiatives. Also, you think like because it's an old museum that's been around here forever, and museums in itself in small towns, all that, the people who work there have taken excellent care of it. It is like the stuff that's inside of it is actually fascinating. Even like I'm not a football fan, but even when I watched stuff on the Bronco Nagurski and I went through that video, somehow like after you leave that, you're like, dang, this dude was actually pretty fantastic. And then you just see that statue out front is not his actual size, but that dude was huge. And you can see some of that in the museum. But then they also have, my favorite part is the Koochiching County side of the museum. And they actually have a lot of good stuff. I don't have pictures of the inside, in part because I didn't take them. Second, because the ones that I did take, it says don't take pictures, so I kind of did it illegally. And then my wife was like, "Hey, look at sign." And I'm like, "All right, whatever." But I didn't get in trouble. I didn't do anything with them. But I do have a couple pictures, and some of the stuff that they have, it's incredible. Some good northern Minnesota, Koochiching County history going on there. Let's check out their website really quick. They do have their website. They also have, and you can get this from IFalls News too. Like if you see this shop sign, we've vetted that link, and that's how you can shop directly through them. Yep. Okay. I just wanted to verify that the sound is working. One time I did a whole show and nothing, and I didn't cry afterwards, but I wanted to. And then same with the donate. Let's donate to them. You can become a member, become part of history. Technically, if you're alive, you're part of history. Just saying, Koochiching County Historical Society, be historic. Oh, that's a good motto. I don't know if anybody's ever. You guys can borrow that if you want. Be historic. And let's just run over to their Facebook page. I'm sure they have other socials too. Again, I'm mostly on Facebook. But it's just some of the same stuff, but more pictures. Super cool. I love their organization. I probably go to the museum. I'd like to say once a year, and it should be more, but really, realistically, it's probably every 2 years. I usually keep a membership. I do not know if mine is current right now. I'm sure they'll probably watch this and be like, "Hey, how about you renew your membership?" And if they say so, I probably will. Sometimes I buy gift. Like that's one of my things I like to do is I'll buy an occasional gift membership for someone too, which is you can do. You can just call them up. One time I think I even was like, "Here's one for someone. Here's one for another person," and then give this one out just randomly. Okay. And yeah, so if you want to learn more about them, you can obviously go to their website. You can also go to learn a little bit more about it on IFalls News. But of course, going to their source, that's always the best thing. So that's why we link everything directly back with no follows either. So like our links don't track you to where you're going. So. Okay, that's Koochiching County Historical Society. Get in there. They got a lot going on. I wish I could kind of describe all of the exhibits they have to you, but I think that would get boring fast. I wouldn't do it justice, but I will tell you that if you're even mildly intelligent and you go there, you're actually going to have a good time. Especially like, remember when kids used to have senses of wonder? Like, you could bring that back by bringing your family or your grandchild there. How wonderful would that be just to see that, that look in their eyes. All right, I got a new feature business for today. I was actually pretty excited about this one because I am a thriftaholic, and some of my pictures on my wall, let's see if we can't zoom out for you to see this. Back cam. All right, some of these pictures on the wall, like up here, they are from Never Ending Consignment. They're actually from a whole bunch of consignment shops, not just Never Ending Consignment. So, but some of them are certainly from Never Ending Consignment. A couple of them are gifted from friends. I have a whole nother gallery in the back. I have some other things here. I'm trying to see what else. I have a few things. I can't remember always which thrift store I got it from. But Never Ending Consignment is great. If you're a thrifter, I'm going to go back to the normal cam. If you are a thrifter, their prices are not high at all. Like everything in there is affordable. Like every thrift store, they probably have half of this stuff, if I'm being honest, that I would never look at. Especially, my wife loves looking at the clothes in there. I don't look at the clothes. I am like a collector, and also I don't look at clothes because I wear like 3 outfits. I'm like the man in the yellow suit. You're gonna see a lot of the same pair of pants on this show, trust me. So anyways, I go in there and I like to look for all the stuff. And I'm not saying half their stuff is bad. I'm just saying half of it's not for me personally. So everybody's got something that they like. They have done some work to the outside of the store. The inside of the store is really nice. They used to be downtown, and their location downtown was not ideal. This is actually a really good location. I do want to bring up, before I get too far into it, that the owner does have other obligations, and so she keeps consistent hours. But let's go to them really quick. So I'm on the wrong thing here. Oh, what on earth? It looks like I have 2 guest browsers up somehow. How did that happen? Give me 1 sec. I gotta find out which. There we go. I don't know what happened there. I had too many browsers open. Sorry about that. I just wanted to touch on the hours though. Let's see if it'll show on here. Oh, it's gonna bring. Okay, that's fine though. They're on here. Maybe I'll move this to the top so it comes up before the cut. Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, and Saturday, 10 to 3:30. And so she's keeping those consistent. I recommend going and checking those out. They are subject to change, I'm sure. Winter's coming up. Maybe those are winter hours. I don't want to speak for her. But she's also on social media. It's a good place to follow her. She posts, that's pretty much where I follow her. Them, like, or the shop. I guess I don't follow her. I follow the business. But it really has she posts like when she gets like some really hot items in there. She will post if her hours have to vary. She's not like inconsistent with the hours. I don't want to make it seem like that. And then she'll share some stuff for the community. Oh, it looks like Facebook, before I got to the good stuff, wanted me to create an account. We're not doing that. You're not getting me like that, Facebook. Not on the live stream anyways. Okay, so Never Ending Consignment. It's a great business. It's located right on 53. I think we all know where it's at. It's not hard to spot because the new wine color, I don't know if that's called wine or not. I love it, but come on. Oh, were we already on there? Darn it. Oh, no. Where am I going now? I just want to stop this. Here, we'll just do this. That is not what I wanted to do. Sorry about that. All right. Let's go ahead and we'll just really quick show you. Why don't we show you a couple more of their pictures here? Got the books. Actually, that's probably, to me, the least interesting thing of there. Let's go to a wide shot, okay? Oh, this is a good wide shot. And then we're going to move on to the community updates. Yeah, see, like, she's got it super clean. It's a nice store. As far as thrift stores go, I'm going to probably rate this one 8.5, 9 out of 10 because of, you go in some, they're so junked up and everything like that. This is a good one. Also, the other thing that turns me off of thrift stores is when the price is ridiculously high. And there are things in here I'm like, okay, well, it might not be worth that to me, but I absolutely see that it would have that value to somebody. But the things I purchased, I absolutely snapped up because I'm like, wait, $20 for like what I bought? I had to snatch up some of the stuff that I got. Oh, I'll have to show you it some other time. It's the coolest golf display. I have a mini golf course kind of here. Long story short, I like to have fun. All right, we're on to the community updates. I gave it a little bit more of a bulletin board feel to match the rest. I am going to continuously do updates. What do we got here? Voyagers National Park. Oh, man. Rescue Squad. Monday night in Voyagers National Park. Let's see. Including honking rescue. Air rescue team. Literally did the... Let's see. Tonight's excellent software. Tunnels that channel... Searching one of the many tunnels that channel under the city of Duluth. Oh, okay. That's cool, though. Dang, y'all know about that? I didn't know about that. I was like, where on earth in Voyagers National Park is this? All right. That's funny. Let's see. It looks like the Chamber of Commerce is spotlighting Midco. I like Midco. They are a fine company. They are doing a lot of upgrades. All the internet companies are, but they are doing upgrades where they are doing symmetrical now. So, like, let's say you were paying 200 download, 40 upload. They're going to change it to like 200 and 200. I got to do it at my house. I got to upgrade my router. I don't think they said I had to pay for it. I don't think so. Either way, I'm going to pay for it. I just haven't gotten around to it. My wife keeps reminding me about it. Quarters Car Wash. Let's see, just a little message though. We've got Red Gut Custom Fishing Rods from Outdoor Values. Ooh, they got big doings going on there. They got featured on Minnesota Bound. Oh, so this must be a local guy, Red Gut Red Gut Bay is close, right? Red Gut Custom Fishing Rods. Own David Amundsen featured on Minnesota Bound. I don't know what Minnesota Bound is, but it's probably. Oh, you know what? I actually do know what Minnesota Bound is. I watch it in hotels sometimes, I think. Okay, early bird pricing ends tomorrow, which is probably today, would be my guess, because this was 12 hours ago. Early bird pricing for the Rainy Lake Medical Foundation. This is a big fundraiser for them. The Color Fun Run, a lot of fun. It looks like they are going to do it on Labor Day. I don't know if they do that on Labor Day every year, but if they do, that's great. I know they do it around the same time. Let's see. Get ready, ladies. It's almost Decorators Dream Estate Sale. That's from No Place Like Home again. Oh, they got that kind of done up in there. I have some, that would look kind of good by my bathroom at my store. I kind of have that kind of similar theme. ISD 361's looking for a referee for C team games. You get $55 a game, and you're gonna tell. You know what? Am I missing? I'm assuming it's basketball, but they do have volleyball too. So, or maybe it's for everything. Maybe it's just all C team games, and you get to hop in and do them all. I guess if you kind of know sports, you probably know a lot of the basic rules, at least for. Well, C team kind of matters too because that's still high school stuff. All right, city government. Yeah, they had a lack of quorum last night. There's an election today. I don't know what's up with that. Like, if it was canceled, by the way, and it wasn't pre-canceled, so if like they were all got together and they're like, "Hey, this doesn't work with our schedule," that's one thing. But when people just don't show up, and I know some of the city councilors, at least one, did this junk to me before, and so it's your job. If you can't call ahead and make plans, then you're not doing your job. Okay, if you're calling ahead and you sort it out, you reschedule or whatever. And of course, emergencies happen. So I'm not going to completely judge, but it doesn't look good. Let's just say that, especially with all the heat that's been on the city government lately. I think that they might want to pay a little bit more closer attention to something like that. We got a screenshot from. I ain't hating on them for screenshots. You know why? Because sometimes you just want to get your message out there, right? And they do. They post a good amount. Northland Sales and Service. You can get that for $6.99, and so they post a lot, which is actually the best thing you can do. Let's see. Becky got her car. Congratulations, Becky, from Border Chevy GMC. Sign up for grades 3 to 6 girls swimming will be held soon. August 28th, 6 p.m. We have Will here, I think, actually. I'm assuming. Will sings songs. So do you think his name's Will Sings? Or do you think that'd be kind of. Oh, no, it's not. It's Will. Okay. What's a BJ sound? Bjorn? Oh, that's Bjorn, right? That's how you do it. Bjornda? So maybe Will Bjornda. I think that might be. Or Bjorndal? Yeah, Bjorndal, because I think there's an L. That's not an exclamation point. All right. Well, I butchered that. I think I got there, though. Will Bjorndal performs original songs for young people. I bet you that's going to be a blast. I'm not going to go to that one. But when my kids were young, when the silly song people would come up here, we would go, we'd buy all the extra stuff they were selling. We got CDs of this stuff, and some of the stuff still kind of gets played with in our house. Because you know what? I don't know that me or my kids will ever grow up. My wife's always at home being the responsible one. No, just kidding. She's fun as hell. All right, let's see. New Yeti cooler. Who's selling it? They got a lot of them at Ronnie's. Who's cooking up? If we get to the same stuff as yesterday, too, we'll jump ahead a little bit anyways. Rainy Lake Houseboats. They got some. Oh, this is just somebody's cooking on their grill. You can't go to Rainy Lake Houseboats and get that. But they do have grills. In fact, this very grill right here, my wife may have cleaned because she works out there, and she's one of their rock star employees. And so Let's see. Just a reminder. She works out there in the summertime, anyways, obviously, not in the wintertime. Just a reminder grades 3 to 6 volleyball. Sign up August 12th. The deck bar with burritos at Looney's Brew. Get out there. Delicious. Little Fork Vikings football store. Ooh, okay, so that's Tilson Bay. They got that going. So if you're a Minnesota Little Fork Vikings player, or a fan, you got a place to go get some of your football gear. That's pretty cool. One thing about Tilson's is I don't know if they're still doing this, but sometimes their shops are limited time only. I don't know if they're still doing that, if they're like more permanent or not. So all I'm saying is go there and check just to get on it quick. What do we got going on here? Oh, this must have been from something that's no longer on. Looney's Brew. Everyone at Looney's Brew got to taste barbecue sauce made with our own Odin's Blueberry Brew. Ooh, nice. Same thing, Tilson Bay. I think that's the exact same post. Sometimes when people share it, my thing scrapes it twice. I try to make it not do that, but what are you going to do? Bet you this is one of two people. Okay, Northland Sales and Service. I was thinking it's either them or Slumberland, the way that the ad looks. Ooh, we got a boat motor. What's this about? Rainy Lake Visitor Bureau. What a weekend. Rainier days had it all. Fun, sunshine, and of course, the parade stopping train. Oh no, they did not have a train. Oh man, that's messed up. Come on, they couldn't do something about that? Oh, that is too bad. And that train in Rainier, that's messed up. The train is so long. Thank goodness that they built that little cut there by that little chapel. I don't know if the property owners around there are fans of that. Not sure. However, thank goodness they made that, because and then the lights flashing before you get to Rainier to tell you that a train's there saves you so much time. And I go out that way quite a bit. So let's see. Lunch specials. Oh, so this is for yesterday. That's not going to be much use for us. Hey, there's the Good Morning show that I did yesterday. Share it on Small Town Text feed. Oh, we got a different pizza today. I'm going to be honest, I'm a bigger fan of Buffalo, but this, I didn't even realize I was hungry until I just looked at this, and it's only $8.22. Investigator, so get that at Sammy's. Investigator scavenger hunt. Ooh, I spy with my little eye. Find something bumpy, find something you can turn, find something you can bounce, find something you can clear. Okay, I got a better challenge. Find one thing that does all of that. see how much you can check off in one little thing. Can you get a magnetic tube? I don't know. You're going to have to take a look. All right, that's the Ted Saxton S tier scavenger hunt challenge. Get them all at once. Got some notable books. Oh, let's see. Big View. Okay, so this is today. Good thing we're covering it right now. Big View Community Engagement, hosted by Koochiching Community Action. Out Front, Minnesota, Your Faith. All these letters. Let's see what we're up to. 2 SLGBTQIA plus identities. I'm not one of those people to rip on all the alphabet letters, but that one, there's a lot there. Welcoming and affirming congregations. Matt Llewellyn Odin, and he is the director of religious and community organizing. So they got something coming up. Check it out. It looks like it's a Presbyterian church in Grand Rapids, though, so you better get heading if you're planning on going to it. That's why I like the Koochiching one. I wish that they had a separate feed for International Falls, but I get why they don't. I mean, it's a lot to maintain. West End Clinics doing walk-ins. Little Fork Community Ed. Ooh, they got some kayak rentals. You can get a 17-foot canoe. You get some kayaks and an Old Town. You can know the hull ID for some reason. Canoe trailer. Nice. That's pretty cool. Way to go, Little Fork Community Ed. Like that type of stuff is such a great equalizer. So all of like the people like me who were raising kids and didn't have a lot of extra money, how wonderful is things like that where you can just go and experience everything. That's what like I never let financially being strapped stop me from having fun with my kids or my family, because there is just so much in this community that you can actually do. Check out the library. Like just with the library, if you didn't do anything else and you were broke, you could have fun for the rest of your life. Oh, well, at least the way the library is right now. They have so much stuff there. Press release from the police department. Minor female was walking after consuming alcohol. I believe she was sexually assaulted, unfortunately. And this still happens way too often in the streets of International Falls, in my neighborhood of all places. So thank you, city police, for keeping us safe. It's just some of the most heartbreaking stuff to me. Oh, we got a new car at Border GMC, Border Chevrolet GMC. Register again. Oh, you get a free t-shirt. Make sure to register, though, because I'm sure this was posted yesterday. Get your free t-shirt. We've got a new drink special called the Fancy Nancy right there with the big bear. Ultra Zero Monster with lavender. So if you like Ultra Zero Monster and you like lavender, they got a drink for you over at Border Bob's. Go check it out. Homecoming's coming up fast. Save the date. I already asked my wife to homecoming and she said, Ted, you're 40, and so we're not going, I guess. Rude. Actually, I'll be honest, my wife was my homecoming date. So twice. That's crazy. We got married right out of high school. Don't do that. That's about as dumb as you can get. But yeah, I mean, here we are. I'm 20 some years later. Okay, I actually think we're back to where we were yesterday, so we'll just kind of scroll through this a little faster. We've got, in case you didn't tune in, Beth Shermone. Excuse me. My apologies. I gotta have a sound mute button. All this smoke lately. Gosh, it's been getting to me. Okay, so we've got. Let's touch on this benefit again, and then we'll go to the discussion, and then we'll be done for the day. And so, thank you for hanging out with us. Benefit for little Scott. This happened. However, right? It's past. It's August 12th. This happened. However, you can still help, and that's why I'm bringing it up. Yesterday, I think I brought it up a day late too. But like right there, I can even leave this up. I bet you if you scan this right now, this little Venmo code, it'll bring you there. I did not personally vet this, so at your own risk. However, you have other ways to donate on here too. I would highly encourage that. Now, let's get down to the discussion. Okay. I just want to cover this again because this is actually happening today. And then we won't cover this again tomorrow, obviously. Maybe we'll cover how the vote went. The city of International Falls will hold a special city election today, okay? Tuesday, August 12th. You can vote between 7 and 8 p.m. If you vote in the East Ward, Evangelical Covenant Church, Center Ward, Bob Walls Memorial Hall, West Ward, St. Thomas Aquinas Hall, and you will be voting on, shall the city of the International Falls be authorized to issue general obligation capital improvement bonds in an amount to exceed 2,700,000, or not to exceed, sorry. I might have said to exceed yesterday. I apologize. $2,755,000 to provide funds for the renovation of the Public Works Equipment Garage and Sewer Vector Garage in the city as requested by a petition of electors. Okay. So, you can't absentee vote anymore, so we don't need to worry about that. You can go to the city's website, the county's website, if you want to learn more. But this has been covered pretty well. Make sure to get out there and vote. It is going to be a low turnout election, although I think higher for a low turnout election because I think there's a lot of enthusiasm about it. But your vote matters now more than ever just because of that low turnout. And so if you want to make an impact on our community, let your voice be heard. And yeah. So, anyways, thank you for joining us today. I greatly appreciate it. We'll head out to all cams here so you can get such a good view of me on the outside. And so thanks for joining and have a great day. Have a good morning.